Okay, and I just want to say another thing too, about like conformity and empowerment and stuff, because it kind of is all related to the same thing. And that's kind of breaking free from that whole system is it is empowerment, and it is, you will find yourself having to be a lone wolf probably, and to, if you're not going to conform, there's so much conformity going on right now, especially over these things now. And so many people were talking about this for so long, that once this mandate was released, that would that the people who were so locked into the fear were going to still need them. It's like a little baby blanket, it's their comfort zone. Like, I'm safe, I'm protected, there's so much out there that can get me. And and now that that's happening, yeah, that there's, you know, people getting upset. My mom just messaged me a little while ago that her sister is so upset that they're letting people take them off now. It's like, oh my gosh, we never needed them. Never. We just have all these people that just, they're so locked in to this false reality, this fake world. And I just, as it's crumbling and purging itself out, it's just so crazy how it's not like, it is shocking sometimes how much to those of us who have the awareness, who are already watching, which there's no way to go backward now. There's way too many of us who have the awareness, who are watching and who are just outraged. It's absolutely mind-boggling how there's so many other people who still haven't seen it, that they just don't, to us, the people who do see it, it seems like it's like right in front of you. How are you not seeing this? You try and tell them and they just, will tell you, no, it means this, no, it's this, no, it's that. It's like, no, it's not. How do you not see this? But yeah, they just can't see it at all. And, they want us to all to cower in the thing, be thankful for what their government throws to us and stuff like that. Like, you can even, there's some people who, with the lumber, in question, like, okay, well, why is it going up then? I don't know. Well, was there a big fire? Do we have a big shortage suddenly? Like, what changed? I don't know. And it's like, oh, well, maybe it's because they're raising everybody's wages. So then they have to double, triple, quadruple the price of everything else because it's inflation, because it's controlled, because it's a corporation, because the central banks rule us. Maybe it's that. Oh, what? What are you talking about? No. Oh my God. You just talk crazy talk. Like, or you could just start trying to think things through logically. Just like, follow, that's the rabbit trail. Follow. Where does it go next? Follow the money. You start seeing. And there's just so many people, and they're so tricked by feeling so woke, because they're social justice, because these 3-letter agencies have told them, and they don't even realize that the 3-letter agencies are all the same agency. Just like all of our souls together make up God. All of these entities, all are the same. They all go back to the same thing. The controllers. The corporation is just how they've influenced this society presently. But, that's you're pledging your allegiance to. When you think that you're, getting out there, getting us all to understand what's real, that you're doing something important. I've just had so many lectures about this, so of how I need to really understand, because I'm not understanding. I've got this old lady attitude now. I'm just gonna go out there with my water hose and shoo off the kids, or just call and make random complaints about people because I've got nothing to do with my life. So, yeah, I've gotten a lot of lectures about this, of why I need to be a lot more woke and how to be more woke and all that stuff. It's just so funny because then I've even been told, oh, you think you're so woke. You say you're so woke. I'm like, no, I don't. Oh, yeah, I did fucking 6 years ago. I said I was woke. It's changed a lot since then. Yeah, that's a manipulated word at this point. And it's not what I want to be. So, yeah, being lectured about it, it doesn't really, that's not going to change anything for me. I wish, that we could get other people to understand that. But once you can release from that, it is like very empowering to claim yourself, to not be influenced by the programming, and to not feel a victim by the world and in the society, because that's all part of the manipulation. It's all a way of twisting our minds to look at things a certain way. But, when we transition, in this transition, it is, to see yourself more clearly and to get a better view of yourself. And because this is all about yourself growing and expanding as a soul. So, yeah, I felt like there was other things. I've had so many things going on in my mind over the last few days of having all this company and, different things that are said, and just, yeah, there's one thing, and I may have already even talked about this, but I noticed that one of my daughters, that she, she'll go jog, and she feels like that's very releasing of her. I think she's, being hard on her body, and that she needs to, not push herself so hard, but she feels very, like it relaxes her and stuff like that. So, I'm not going to judge. That's her thing. And then when she was here, she just wanted to read. Like, I don't know. I think she's a speed reader. She reads a lot. And, she's got goals on her reading and stuff. And I kept trying to be like, I've just, unplug everything. Even your electronic thing you're reading on is still, you're plugged into something. Your brain is being distracted. Your brain's not getting to fully function. Like, we go to bed and we go to sleep to give our brain some downtime and reload or whatever, re-energize. But there's, a lot of people, I guess, they can't do it unless they go to sleep. I don't know. But yeah, she just, when I would say about that, that's different. If you, yeah, that can be relaxing, good for you. If you're going to read, and take some time for yourself and read, and you enjoy reading, good. But also, though, you have to also unplug and just go out and just be, let your brain just give you some information, get some communication and stuff like that, connect with yourself. And that is just not a concept. She could even, it seemed like she couldn't comprehend what I was saying, because to her, I'm taking time to myself. I'm relaxing. I'm doing something I like to do. But anyways, there's something that is more added to that when you do take time to just completely unplug, turning off the TV, just turning everything off and just listening to the sounds of nature and just being outdoors and just letting your brain not have that constant, even like me, I've talked about this before, and I know there's other people, sensitive hearing or something, like you can hear electricity. You can hear this constant bzzz, bzzz, like all these sounds all the time in your ear. It's like, oh, it could drive you crazy. And then sometimes these really high-pitched frequencies come in. And like there's a lot of noise all the time. So yeah, when you turn that off and you just let your brain be, you will start feeling more connected with yourself. You will get insights. You will get communication. But it's also you having to take that step. You have to take that step to connect with yourself. So, Yourself can't do it. Yourself can make everything go wrong. And normally people just go get drunk or sit and cry or something like that. That, and then get up and do the same thing again. So I would just advise you that I think, that's good. If you want to do things for yourself, that's great. I think taking a bath is a great thing that I love to do for myself, but I also spend that time in meditation. I know some people like to go in and take a bath and watch a movie while they're in it. That's fine. That's their thing. But I've just found in all of my different times of meditation that it's important. It's an important thing for you to do, is to just not have all that stuff going at your brain all the time. So anyways, I would just advise you, even if you're doing some things to relax and stuff like that, if it has some kind of thing that is still making your brain think to do it, then or your body overwork itself, then take some time where you're just I think that's the whole thing behind the sitting with your legs crossed and just meditate and just relax and don't have anything coming in. Oh yeah, and there was another thing I want to say too real quick is I talk a lot about being locked in and stuff and starting to do these exercises, and so I started doing like this yoga and like combining it with calisthenics, and then kind of combining that with something that I kept thinking was kind of like Karate Kid stuff. I think about what he would do and get up on your toe and balance and hold the balance, because you have to pull in all your muscles. It really builds your core strength so much. I'd get up and demonstrate. If you were in my house, I would, because that's what I do. Like, that's why I'm constantly moving, because I do that. I'm constantly moving and showing and everything. So anyways, so I go and I do those, and it's really built my core strength so much. I can't believe it. And so then I told you, they always bring me information after, that, because I talk about like the breathing, and then when you do the breathing to just really release things, like think about it, like release fear, or release anxiety, or release whatever you need to feel like, and you'll feel it. It will really literally, that energy, you just blow it out of you, and do it with intent, like know what you're doing, and making noises when you do it is so releasing. I've talked about that. So anyways, then all of a sudden in my stuff, this thing showed up, and I think it's called Zhuanggong or something like that. I think it's maybe it's XI, or is it, no, I think it's QIGONG. And it's like, I think this guy's a monk or something, and he does these little 10 or 15 minute things, but it's all this stuff that I was just naturally doing, getting in these positions and going down low, and these movements, and you hold your muscles and you do this breath work and stuff. I just started doing them, I don't know. I thought, well, I always think everything's coming from outside of me. I know a lot of people think that's weird, but I always do. And I always see, to me, evidence of it, because I was doing this stuff. I had no idea. And then they bring me this video. I start watching, was like, oh my gosh, that's the stuff. I never even heard of this stuff. And I'm just doing it naturally. And that is also where I get, like, there's a part of, a past life or something, because I've always had a certain connection to certain things. And so that becomes like a part of you. Like if I lived as a monk or something, because there was certain things from a certain cultures that I'll have in me that I won't know where they came from. It wasn't in this present life. So I think like that's why reincarnation makes sense to me. It may, help you to make sense of it as well. Like there's certain things that you are born with that are a part of you that are different than everyone else in your family. So, it comes from somewhere. Okay, well, now I got to think of what, talked about so many things, but there was something I did want to title it with, because I thought, well, anyways, I can't remember crap. Don't forget, I have a brain injury. Oh, there was another thing. Oh, I'll just add this in again real quick. because I was thinking about this yesterday or whatever in the past few days, about a brain injury thing, and people automatically, like if you say you have a brain injury, they think of what that means, you know. But when I was a nurse and I worked on the brain floor and stuff, I found out that brain injury is the most versatile thing that you could possibly get. There's no way that they can understand anything about the brain, how it works. Somebody can injure the same place and somebody else injure the same place. One person could die, another person never speak again, another person just get up and walk and be fine. Like they could never figure it out. That's like anytime that someone's in a coma, they are really just standing there waiting like, okay, what's going to happen? We don't know. They could wake up and know, or they could never wake up. Like the brain stuff is very, very unique, and it's very individualized. And so, you know, when I talk about my brain injury, mine affects my memory. I forget shit all the time. I forget words. And I messed up my thing with time and numbers and words. I lost lots and lots of words. And I work on trying to rebuild them, but still there can be like a disconnect, like in there. And there's a lot of things, you know, when it first happened that I spent a lot of time trying to fight or trying to change and stuff. But then there became a point where you just have to accept it or you drive yourself crazy. I would get horrible headaches trying to force my brain to do things that it couldn't do anymore. Like remember things. Oh my gosh. I sat for so long before forcing, trying to remember. And I would get the worst headache. Oh, it was horrible. And then there just had to be where I just had to be like, okay, once something happens, it's just gone. So I need to stay present. I need to be present in every moment and know that I'm not doing something ridiculous or whatever. I'm just being my real self, my authentic self. And that is part of the empowerment too, is, you know, I can know in my heart who myself is because I lost her, who she was, and then I had to rebuild her and make her. So in being present, to me now, I'm just being her all the time. And so I don't have to just remember everything. So anyways, when I say I have a brain injury, I think some people probably, you know, they don't even understand the whole thing because it's a very complicated thing to have a brain injury. But yeah, mine was up in here somewhere when my brain collapsed and this part started dying. And, you know, but I'm lucky I was alive because most people, when that happens, their brain herniates and they die, and I'm alive. So, and, you know, I didn't even go to ICU. So I'm lucky that, and I don't know. I got told a lot of times I was lucky to be alive. So anyways, I think that's part of my, well, I know that was part of my whole thing. I mean, that's what happens if you're going down the wrong path. They'll put you on your right path. So right now everything's going good. So I'm on my right path. So anyone listening to me, you're part of my right path. So thank you. Okay. And anytime somebody wants to talk about stuff, you know, if you got things that you need to get off your chest and talk about, then yeah, just email me. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.